Arsene, 2 weeks to go until the start of the season. How happy are you with the fitness and the sharpness in the squad?
Overall, I think we had a long tour, a difficult tour, a very interesting one as well, and everybody worked very hard in very different conditions, under very different conditions as well. So I was very happy with the attitude, the focus, and the quality of our games, and the intensity of our training as well. So that overall it has until now gone very well.
Quality of the games, quality of the opposition as well. Chelsea, Bayern, now we have Benfica, Sevilla, really stepping up.
I believe it's important, rather than winning 10-0 and at the end of a game you don't know much more about where you need to improve. It's interesting for us this time to get good oppositions and having really easy for us to analyze where we want to improve. And we played difficult games, and overall I believe as well with sometimes tired legs, and that is interesting.
Those trips to Austria all those years ago seems a long time ago now.
It is a long time ago, yes, I must say I loved that, but times have changed, and our sponsors want to travel us all over the world, our fans as well, because we're fans all over the world now, and it is even easier now to organize different games so far away from home than at home, because nobody is in Europe anymore. Everybody is in the States or in Asia.
Can you clarify who's coming back when, because players have had different commitments over the summer?
I would say that Gabriel is still a few weeks away because he has an inflammation of his bone, and Wiltshire is close to come back to full training. Santi Cazorla is difficult to set a definite date, but is getting better every day, and overall that's I believe the main injuries we have. Everybody else is back to full fitness.
Hector's come back this week, Rob Holding's come back this week, Alexis and Mustafi next week?
Alexis and Mustafi have a first training session on Sunday, the day we play against Sevilla. They are practicing on the day, yes.
In terms of those players who come back a bit late because of internationals, what's your approach to playing them in the first team again?
Well, first of all, you make a really good check-up of where they are, how much they have worked during the break, and after, once you know where they stand, you need an adjusted program, and to see how quickly you can fit them in again. Of course, it depends as well what is the need in the squad, what is their quality. All these things together makes you make the decision. Do we put them on the bench when they are not ready or not? It's easier to put a striker on the bench than a defender sometimes. So that, because in a short period it can make an impact, so we'll see.
Before that, the Emirates Cup looms large. Who might we see at the weekend?
You will see everybody, because we play two teams, and what is for me one of the interesting parts of the Emirates is that I can give 90 minutes to most of the players of the squad, and I will try to do that.
It's always a time when young players come to the fore. We saw Alex Iwobi come through a couple of years ago. Who might come through this time?
This time I believe that you will see Rhys Nelson and Joe Willock, maybe Cohen Brammer. They are the players who are close. We had as well on tour Eddie and Ketia, who is doing very well. We had Daniel Malen, who is doing very well, but there's not necessarily room for them to play. But they have all shown interesting qualities on the tour.
Can you quantify just how much that tour experience will help them?
It helps them, that's a unique moment where you can play players against big teams without big pressure. But they learn a lot from that. They learn a lot from the players, who have all done it before. The advice they get to be confronted with them in everyday training session, and to live with them together on the bonding side as well. They lose their complexes. So when they have to play, when they have a chance to play, they are ready to play.
For you, it's a time to experiment as well on tour. You can experiment with different permutations, different understandings on the pitch. What kind of things caught your eye when you did that on tour?
Well, overall, you know, I played players like Elneny in the back three, that he can has coped very well. Maitland-Niles as well. With sometimes I played him centre back even in big games like against Chelsea. You see where is their strengths and their weaknesses, and overall you learn a lot about your players and you learn a lot about your combinations. But the advantage we have is that we have a good stability in our squad, so I know already more or less for most of them who I can combine with whom.
Elneny at centre-back's an interesting one. You've talked about having pace on the flanks of that three and a ball player in the middle. Does he fit the bill?
Yeah, he does. Elneny is a player with a fantastic mentality and attitude, and his main target is to help the team. And when he plays there, of course, he does extremely well.
Is there something to learn there on the positional side, the defensive side of the game?
Of course, you. But I always felt that a good central midfielder can always be a good centre back. With the fact, of course, that when you play in the back four, you have to be decisive in the challenges. What is a bit less, you have a bit more flexibility in the back three, you know, central. So he can do that.